All right, and away we go on the wacky races. Those of us that are older know what the wacky races are with all the characters. But we have a new member to the Wide Open Wednesday crew, better known as Dakota. Fred has the dog, and
Hmm.
what a dog it is. So we'll have Dakota here maybe next week, sitting in between us, running the soundboard for us. But yeah, pretty neat.
Should probably
Fred,
put her paws up here and just
just wave to everybody and have a good time.
world's best dog. I have to say.
Yep, Fred.
I've only had her a week, not even a week. And it's just like wow, what a dog.
Yeah, it's. I went over to the shop twice. I think she was overwhelmed the first time I went there, and
Yeah.
then I went over there today, and she was just herself, and she was pretty cool. What a cool dog! I mean, you couldn't ask for a better dog, like right out of the gate,
Hmm.
and I. That's why I asked you, did somebody have her before you got her and train her? But no,
No, she was. I mean, they got her as a stray down in Georgia, and then my buddy up here in Quakertown got her out of the kill shelter down in Georgia, and brought her up here. And she's only been there a couple of days, and then I looked her up, and we made it happen last Saturday.
and she fell in love with Fred, and
She
that's
was
that's
right
what you
back at
want
her.
it to happen. You see how he's smiling, right? That's a plus for all of us when Fred's smiling. So, but yeah, I mean, Port Royal already rained out because saturated grounds. Now, I'll say this: it happens every year. I say we should start racing the end of April, beginning of March, because if you're into dirt racing, you know what happens with the weather. But God forbid if New Egypt was racing and they canceled the opener, people would want to kill everybody. But
Mhm.
it's just the weather. It's just the way that things go. Father Leary is in here with us tonight. Danielle Tramontana, of course, is with us. Matt Roser, Don Allen, the crash
Mhm.
test dummy. But yeah, I mean, you can see the pictures on the internet with what they're working with. I say end of April, beginning April, middle of April, you should start. And then sometimes you have warm weather and you can go longer. I just think you start later, go longer. Um, Nick Marco in the house. Uh, but yes, but good things. I saw a lot of good pictures. I'll bring this guy on here. Let me put his banner up. Uh, and we'll bring this guy in here. But I saw a lot of interesting pictures
Good evening.
from Wall Stadium, Earl. Nice
Yes,
sign,
indeed.
my man. Nice
Yes, indeed.
sign.
How do you like that, huh? Hey,
Yes.
for our loyal listeners and those who are watching, take a ride down Route 34 down towards the shore, heading down towards Point Pleasant, just past Alaire Airport. The airport right on Route 34 is Wall Stadium, and the big landmark sign right out in front of Route 34 has a total different look here right now as of today, welcoming NASCAR to Wall Stadium for the 2026 season. It's returned back in 2003, 2004. The track was under NASCAR sanction, and it returns this year. The announcement was just made official by Pete Miletto and Fred Archer. So, yes, all the racing divisions, the modifieds, the sportsmen, factory stocks, and four-cylinder cars will be under the banner of NASCAR. The legend cars at Wall Stadium, they'll continue under the national INEX rules, and the visiting TQ midgets, whenever they're in town for roughly 10 races this year, running on the inner track, they have their own set of rules, their own set of sponsorship for the series, so they'll be running separately. But the main four divisions, again, modified sportsman, factory stocks, and four cylinders, they'll be running under the NASCAR banner this year. Lots of good benefits for the racers as far as insurance, a lot of other goodies, which are going to be announced here in the next few weeks. But that's the big announcement there. Plus, last week, it was also announced by Pete Miletto and Fred Archer and General Manager Doug Marr that after some 20 years, the Hoosier tires will no longer be the mandated tire at Wall Stadium.
Yeah, I
They are
saw
switching
that.
to American Racer. And that American Racer, they also now are the tire of choice, the mandated tire, if you will, for the Whelen Modified Tour, the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. Now, the tires at Wall Stadium for the modifieds, they are different, a
Okay.
different style, if you will, that the Modified Tour uses. They're still the same big tire, but they are a little bit different. than those of the modified tour. So, and again, the factory stocks and sportsman cars at Wall will also be running American Racer tires. So it's quite a few changes at Wall as Mr. Mileto and Mr. Archer and Mr. Marr continue to bring Wall into the future. A lot of changes, a lot of positives. And again, when you ride down Route 34, my wife Pam and I did today to check out that sign in person. It's beautiful. Again, that's a landmark, that sign, and it had sadly fallen into disrepair. The former management group, let's just say that they had let that sign go. And now it's totally redone, nice and bright at night. And it shows the NASCAR banner on there as well. So take a look as you go by, and a lot going on at Wall Stadium. The next big project will be redoing the guardrail, the steel guardrail, and they're doing a lot of behind the scenes work as well, renovating the office, renovating the concession stands, and all this is in place. Looking forward to Tech and Tires. That's April 11th when the racers can bring their cars to the pit area and get them teched and buy tires. The following weekend, April 18th and 19th, will be the annual open house. Free admission to fans to come sit in the spacious grandstand from 11 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon to watch all of the practice rounds by the drivers and teams as they shake down new and redone equipment. And that focuses on opening night, which is April 25th, the 76th opening night for Wall Stadium, featuring the Spring Fling 50 for the modifieds. And also in action will be, of course, the Sportsman, factory stocks, legend cars, and 4 cylinders. So a lot going on at Wall Stadium. And I'll be back with the microphone, of course, and looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Don't forget the vintage, Earl.
Don't forget vintage. Nick will be on you.
Mr.
Nick's already on there. He goes, hopefully vintage
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
Nick's already
As
on
far
there.
as,
Vintage cars.
Well,
Now,
here's
the
to a
vintage
good,
cars,
here's
I
to a
don't
good Wall
believe they'll be
Stadium
there
season.
overnight,
That's
but
right.
They'll be there. Yes, indeed.
Hey, Earl, now I got a
Yes.
question for you. Now,
Yes, indeed.
when you guys are NASCAR sanctioned, that gives you a lot of stuff like for point fund and the end of
Yes.
the year. They have a big point fund. I know Grandview has all that.
Correct.
I know when my brother ran at Grandview and it was NASCAR sanctioned, the license that you get from the dirt track, you can actually use that when you go see the big boys too. Right?
I believe that, but I'm not sure. That's something.
Yeah,
that,
I went to Dover
have to work out.
and the lady said, "What is your name?" And she punched my name up in the computer. She goes, "You already have a NASCAR license." And I was like, "Wow!" And then I realized that
They still let you in, huh?
I had a NASCAR license from Grandview, and they let me in. But you get a lot when you sign on with NASCAR. You get a lot of stuff towards your point funds and a lot of other things, right, Earl?
Especially towards the insurance, the all-important insurance, which is so important these days. Yes, that's a big part of having the NASCAR sanction at Wall Stadium, and a lot of other good things. They also invest back in their tracks, so they're investing money for capital improvements at Wall Stadium as well. Working with the new management because one of the first things that Pete Mileto and Fred Archer and Doug Marr stated when they took over was they wanted to present a total professional image of Wall Stadium. And now having NASCAR aboard, that further enhances it. So you're going to see a lot of capital improvements there around Wall this year. And again, that professional image, as soon as the fans walk in, that's what they're going to strive for. So it's going to be really good.
The good part with Wall is it had good bones. So
yes,
so when they do some renovation, it's really going to stand out.
Right.
There was a couple broken bones in there, but they had good. Yeah, good bones.
As soon as Earl Kraus gets back on the microphone, that steps it up a notch, and a few of them other people that are going to be involved, Shannon Monjo and the rest of the guys. You got a good core of people. They're enthused about doing what they're doing, and nobody's coming in there with their head down. Everybody's got their head up. And like I said a couple weeks ago, if you're not doing nothing on opening night when Wall Stadium starts, you need to go there. But you need to get there early because the lines are going to be big and people are excited and they want to go watch what's going on, and it's going to be pretty cool. And I mean, I know you're excited, Earl, because we talk all the time. And the renovations, they keep putting them up. We keep sharing them, and the people can't wait. They can't wait to check it out. And people that haven't went to Wall are now going to go to Wall, and with New Egypt not running, Wall's going to be down here. And then Bridgeport's going to be where they're at. So you get your dirt stuff, you get your asphalt stuff. But I think the shot in the arm at Wall Stadium doing what they're doing under new management and like you said, they're going to be on the map, bigger than they were before.
Yes, indeed. And one of the neat things too about having the NASCAR sanction is that, as you noted, the drivers now can run for national, regional points with NASCAR, so they can get national recognition as a regional champion with NASCAR. And because Wall Stadium is the only NASCAR sanctioned track now in New Jersey,
Oh,
when
okay.
when the modified champion this year, when all of our champions win, whoever wins the title in their respective division, again, the modified sportsman, factory stock, or four cylinders, they'll be recognized as a New Jersey state NASCAR champion. So that is something really good to have on the resume as well. So that's kind of a throwback.
So if
That
you
was
win the
something
vintage championship,
special
Fred,
years
you
ago.
could be a
Yes.
NASCAR vintage champ.
Okay.
Not the vintage cars. Yeah, they'll be there as guests, but we don't want to take them too far.
Well,
But, yes,
can
absolutely.
we can pull the wool over a couple people's eyes, Earl.
All right, let me take a little break here because somebody wants to present this present to you.
All right.
This is from Scott and Donna, dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott and
My
Don.
pit crew. So
Yeah.
they've been holding on to this for a little while, but they wanted to present this to Nick, and we're going to put it on the table here.
On the table here.
But this is to you. This is the Flying Pig Chrome Award, Chrome Flying
All right.
Pig Award.
Look at that. Nobody's got a chrome flying pig, but I got it. But what's going to make this really cool is Earl. When you come to do the time capsule, you're going to sign it. Fred's going to
Okay.
sign it. Mark's going to sign
No, you
it.
got to have Dog sign it.
Dog's
Don.
going to sign it, and Donna's going to. This is cool. This is really really cool.
Well, we're going to take Billy down today.
We're going to take Billy down today, and Fred's going to put
The pig.
the flying pig. Flying Pig owes us some stuff, man. We represent them very, very well. And how about that, Earl?
That's
I got
great.
my own
All right.
pig now.
That's right.
Well, you know what? That's pretty cool. Thanks, Dog. Thanks, Donna. I really appreciate that. That is really cool. Where the hell did they find that?
I don't know. I don't ask where they go.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Don't ask where they.
That's
find us.
pretty
You
cool.
could also,
Well, next time I go to the Flying Pig, I'll bring that with me. They'll
Yeah.
probably think I stole it.
They might
You
let
could
you
also take it with you in the truck when you're working during the day. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Can put it right up on the dash. There's plenty of
Yeah.
room. Yep.
that's it.
Not stays right here, right in the studio. That way people know what's going on, and I'll get all you guys to sign it. That'll be cool. So Fred, take it with you. Get Dog and
Yeah.
Donna to sign it, and then bring it
I'll
back.
have to use an etcher.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty cool. Nah, a Sharpie will show up on that.
All right.
But no, Earl, I mean, people are excited. I mean, the weather's warm. Of course, now
Yes.
it's going to get cold again. We're going to wind up getting sick and everything else, but people are excited. They're ready to go.
Yes. And I saw Mike, who was Dust Lap Dispatch, who I met at the Trenton Indoor Race for the first time.
Right.
We had a nice chat. I saw he just logged in asking who we can expect at Wall for the opener. All the regulars will be there because this isn't going to be a tour race or an invitational. This will be a regular divisional race for all of our regulars at Wall. So for the modifieds, for example, on opening night, Andrew Krause will definitely be back, a four-time champion. Former modified champion Derek Hopkinson, our defending modified champion Tyler Truex, who is Martin Truex Jr.'s nephew, Stephen Reed, three-time modified champion, he'll be there. Both Blewetts, Jimmy Blewett and his son James will be competing, and we expect Paul Hartwig to make his debut at Wall Stadium. He is cleared now to run as a young teenager in the 602 Crate Sportsman division, so he'll be racing at Wall as a regular. Scott Riggleman will be back racing in the factory stocks, a multi-time champion, for example. All the regulars will be there and probably more as the season goes along. So we look forward to seeing everybody there on opening night. And hey, like I said, the week before, good chance to come sit in the grandstand and watch everybody shake their cars down and get some idea who's going to be the favorite going into opening night. And I'd like to mention too that Steve Barrick will be back with the Wall Review program. He just had a meeting with Pete Miletto to confirm that they'll be doing the program book again at Wall. That's part of the Wall history, the Wall Review magazine that Steve and Pam Barrick put together through Program Dynamics. Those of you who have been longtime fans of racing in New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania know the fine work that Steve and Pam do with their programs. And they've been doing the wall program since the 1980s. And they'll be back again this year. Very comprehensive. Nice item they get for your racing library every Saturday night. So welcome them back as well.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break, do a couple of our sponsors, and then we have one of our guys waiting in the wings. One of our guests, Earl. Go to the
Sounds
green
good.
room and enjoy the food, and we'll bring you back in a little
Yeah,
later.
there's chicken
have the
franchise there
Manhattan
tonight.
We have the Manhattans here. We're drinking already.
All right,
So-
enjoy.
We'll
Okay.
get blasted, and I can take care of the next guy that comes on. I'm really going to rip him. He don't know who he's in for. All right,
Sounds good.
Earl, we'll take you off for a minute. We'll go over here and we'll do this. Well, we'll get rid of Earl's banner, and then we'll take 1 second here to do a couple of our sponsors real quick.
Let's talk about transmissions for a minute. You want to get to victory lane, you can't be in low gear. You got to be in high gear. I'm talking about high gear transmissions located in South Jersey. That's right. We specialize in repair, refresh, and troubleshooting your Northeast Dirt modified transmissions. That's right, high gear. They specialize in Burt Generation 1 and 2 transmissions, and they also service Winters transmissions. It's home of the modified number 13P, driven by Anthony Tramontana Jr. They have reasonable pricing, quick turnaround. You can pick your transmission up at New Egypt Speedway or Bridgeport Speedway, and you can find them on Facebook at High Gear Transmissions. Now, these transmissions are serviced by a great tech, Anthony Tramontana Sr. You can give him a call at 609-385-3084. That's right, High Gear Transmissions. You know, the season-ending season, and you're worried about that transmission, you're worried about it getting serviced, why not call High Gear and get it done? They'll take care of your transmission. You won't have to worry about it. When you put it back in the car, you'll put it in gear, you'll go to victory lane, you'll be in high gear, and you'll be a winner with high gear. Who is all the rage? Sage Chiropractic. That's right, Sage is all the rage in chiropractic care. Dr. Carey and Dr. Mike will take care of you and all your back needs, and they specialize in other things too. Give them a call, 215-497-0700. They have all the equipment, all the stuff you need to get yourself in shape. They're the people that give Fred his adjustment so he can drive his race car on Saturdays at New Egypt Speedway. They are our official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, so go see them. If you have any problems with your back or any other problems you think you're having that are related to your back, you got to go see Sage because they're all the rage in chiropractic care. So see Sage Chiropractic. Their phone number is 215-497-0700. Go see Dr. Carey and go see Dr. Mike.
All right. Now, the neighborhood is going to go to shit right now. I can tell you that. I got to get this out of the way, Fred. How do I get this out of the way?
I don't know.
Oh,
now
boy.
you got the whole thing out.
Now I got the whole thing out of the way. But we're back.
Okay.
All right, hold on 1 second here. We got to do this. Got to do that. And one more thing here. I'm probably going to get yelled at for this, but whatever. Let me find it. Back. Here we go. I probably could have found a better picture, but he's got his Don King hairdo going, and I got my curly hairdo going.
Helmet.
But yeah, helmet head. Yep. But he's smiling. He's always smiling when he talks to me. But we're going to bring Danny Buck on here, and we're going to talk to him. We're going to bring Danny on here, and we're going to bring one of his crew guys on here, Mike Erico Jr.
Don't ask me. They fucking beat us at the last minute.
Like I said, there goes the neighborhood. So if you got a tape recorder, start recording now because it's going to get freaking fun right now. So, all right, Dan, I see you smiling and I see the chair moving back and forth. What the hell? No racing this weekend? You already got screwed already.
Yeah, we kind of a bummer to start the year out with a rain out like this, but we're waiting on some motors and stuff still, so we could use the extra week here, 2 weeks to get our big motor and get our season started the right way.
Wait a minute. You said big motor. Are you going to start cheating?
Yeah, no, we're getting a big block finally. I've had a big block. It's just a little outdated. It's more of a good spare than anything, but we're getting a really good brand new big block, best of the best. So we can do some more of these, super dirt races and some of the bigger tracks for the short track super series. We'll utilize this on too. So just a little bit of a different combination.
Mike, did you see how he sidestepped the cheater question when I said we were going to start cheating now?
We would never think of doing something like that.
I
You
know
know,
he would never do
you
that.
know, we got to win fair and square. You know,
Yeah, and
we'll get creative maybe, but
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Well, you got to get creative. You got to get in the gray areas. And talking to you, Michael, you decided to help Dan, and Dan used to have a lot of helpers, and now he's kind of sporadic with help. And it's got to be a fun time in the garage with you two guys.
We keep it entertaining. How this came about, like I told you, we always joke about we should do these interviews like stepbrothers. We should wear tuxedos and peek out from behind each other.
That's
Yeah.
what I was waiting for. That's why I was like smiling when your face popped up. I was like, ah, shit, here we go.
I told Danny, I said, we got a special guest coming on with you. And Danny goes, you're expecting a lot out of me. I said, well, just bring the wife and the dog on and we'll let this other guy talk. But I know kind of what goes on with you and him, Danny, because I work with his father and there's never a dull moment. And I just seen the dog there, Winston.
We
But
got
Dan,
one of the three.
it had to, with not that you were going to run New Egypt this year, but to not have a Saturday night deal. Now you're going to travel. Now you're going to try different things. Kind of a sour deal at the end of the year last year. You probably should have won the championship at New Egypt. I know that kind of left a bad taste in your mouth, and very well so. I think the kind of person that you are, you're going to go out here, do what you do. You're going to win some races. What do you basically have planned to do for the year? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do?
We're gonna do all the short track Super Series South. I say this every year, try to hit some more North shows. Definitely gonna look into more of the North races this year. And just go back to kind of a schedule like I had 2 years ago, minus the New Egypt stuff, and just hit all the big spec races. Pretty much just hit everything that pays good. We'll be back at Georgetown as long as we get our motor stuff squared away here and get all the equipment we need. We're going to try to race as much as we can and just hit all the big ones, just try to hit the ones that make sense, hit the ones that pay well, and just try to make some money. Last year was definitely a little bit of a bummer. The whole racing for points thing just wears us out and costs a lot of money and it doesn't pay well. And
Nope.
especially when you don't get paid at the end of the year. So,
Yeah,
it's
that
just,
really sucks.
yeah, it's just, it takes the wind out of our sails. So 2 years ago, I ran a pretty open schedule and we did pretty good and made some money that year. So, try to go back to doing that. It's definitely tougher on my crew guys and stuff, but I got one guy that's committed to all of them already.
Oh, he's committed, all right.
most
He may
of
not be
them.
the racing,
What
but
he's
committed.
saying he's going to drag me up and down the road for the next couple months. We'll be spending a lot of time in the truck together.
Yep,
Nah, you're
yep.
always good wherever you go. I mean, you guys got your act together. I mean, wherever you go, it's hard when you only got to drive an hour as opposed to 3 hours to go somewhere. And you just you've always been one of my favorites. You never hold nothing back. I mean, we've talked about this 525 thing before. Now, Grandview's not going to let it run, and Big Diamond's not going to let the 525 runs, but Bridgeport is. Is that my understanding, Dan?
Yeah, it's same as last year. I didn't look at Bridgeport's rules yet to see if they added any weight to it or anything over the winter. But yeah, Bridgeport's kind of a couple of tracks up in New York are allowing them. I mean, they're going to take off here eventually, I think. It's just, right now, I don't think the affordable class needs another affordable engine. We kind of, like I said, we hit on this stuff last year a little bit.
Right.
The spec division's getting out of control. You're going to introduce this 525, and next thing you know, that's going to be the same price as a spec engine. I mean, my dad's got 3 spec motors sitting here for sale right now for quite a bit cheaper than what a 525 would cost.
Right.
And his stuff's pretty reliable. It runs good. So,
Yep.
to me, it just doesn't make any sense to go that route. But it's a good package. It was proven last year. It's banked up on us pretty good here when it gets a pretty good weight break. So, like I said, I think they'll eventually take off. We saw it with the Sportsman division. So, I think the writing's on the wall. But
Now-
hey, you never know.
Now things.
Or it's just to save you money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
change-
supposed to save you money. Absolutely.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
if things were to change, and New Egypt got sold, and it was totally different, would you come back?
Yeah, I mean, we were planning on running kind of more of an open schedule this year anyway. I don't like being tied down. I tend to like we skipped probably 2 races that we probably could have got paid decent at more than
Right.
just a regular Saturday night deal,
Right.
just because I was kind of, either worn out or we'd race Saturday night in New Egypt. There was a Sunday race or something, and we kind of skipped those. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely go back. I don't know about a full schedule, but I've always supported the place. I've always been behind it. Whether it's full time or part time. Like that year, 2 years ago, we were there pretty much every week. I think we missed the opener because we went to Grandview for their big money deal, and we went to the Forest Rogers that year, so we skipped one that week. So just bounced around a little more that year, but just makes more sense for me to do that.
Now they said Bridgeport added banking back to the track. Is that true?
I think he was taking some out, like making it
Taking some
more
out?
taking like the dish out of it, so we're not running around that like 3/4 of a lane up, flat out all the time. I saw pictures today. I don't know if they're up to date or not, but them working on it. And it definitely looked like they took some banking out of it. So just
Tire
to
wear
try to
got better there, Dan. They say
tire
has
wear was
gotten
fine
better.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything that place really turned it around last year. It just, it doesn't our cars don't race as well around there, and it didn't look like, any of the other divisions were much better either. So I don't know if it was necessarily our cars, but Doug's a great guy, does a good job. I wish we could go back to the way it was in 2020 there when it first opened, man. I mean, it was like the place to be. Me and Mike were just talking about this the other night. Like I should have just toughed it out there and stayed there
Yeah.
that year. But that was the year I won the championship at New Egypt, so we kind of
Yep.
had to jump ship there on Bridgeport. But yeah, wish we could go back to that kind of racing that year.
Well, if people want to believe it or not, our kind of racing is tough. You don't have the help that you need. It ain't like before when you had 10 guys that would come to your shop every night and work on your race car and they loved it. Now you're hard to have 5 guys, and then you got to have sponsors, and the people that are your sponsors are guys that either worked on your house or you work with or something like that. It's really hard. I mean, Strunk just got a great deal with what he's got. So, and I think that puts Jeff like right in the wheelhouse of winning a championship at Grandview. I mean, there's nobody better than him when he's got good equipment. And you can roll in there, Dan. I know you can get it done there too. I mean, Grandview's tough. If you go to Grandview and you do well there, you can do well anywhere because you got to be up on the wheel there too.
Yeah, we went back there a couple times last year and ran really well. Like we had a lot of speed there last year, so I've been getting
Yeah.
questioned all winter. Are you running Grandview full time? You just finished third at the Sixer. I said, yeah. One time of the last 20 years I've been going to the Sixer, I finished third. But
A lot of luck goes into finishing high at the
Yeah.
Sixer because we started off the year there. That first
Yeah.
race of the year, we were putting the front axle in after turn 1, lap 1. So it was a little rough to get to going there.
It finished well, but we struggled there in the heat race. But
Now, Mike, how hard was it for you not knowing Danny, and then Danny puts it out there that he wants some help, and then you decide to, all right, I'm going to go talk to this guy. I mean, I've known Danny for a long time, but
he thought I was going to quit after the first weekend because
I
we go to Port Royal. I drive up there at 5 a.m. We have motor issues in our car, and then we decide to load up, drive back to his shop, swap cars, drive back 5 hours round trip. And that was the first time I ever been to the track with him.
Yeah, I pretty much killed him.
you
first
wore him
night
out, Dan, on one night.
He
I
thought I was
killed all
quitting.
of us. Those first 3 weeks last year, I gave him the option. I'm like, you're more than welcome to leave at any time that you would like. 'Cause this is not normally how it goes. I mean, we did that whole deal at Port Royal, ended up tearing the front clip off of it. Still finished 9th or whatever we did that day.
Yeah, we were somewhere in top 10.
Yeah, and then came home, front clipped that car, took it to Bridgeport, completely destroyed it at Bridgeport. Came home, out of money, pissed off. POQ, man, pissed off and quit.
Built a whole new car.
Then we're gonna order a frame, get a whole new car, build a car in a couple weeks, and then kind of got in our rhythm there and started. Once New Egypt got going there, because all the rainouts at the beginning of the year kind of took some wind out of our sails too. We got going with the spec car, and then got Craig's car going. We won one at Georgetown at the beginning of the year there, and got things pointed in the right direction. That's when I got him hooked. I think the first couple weeks weren't good, but once we got him in victory lane like 3 times there, it was
Yeah,
he's
I
hooked
think
now.
his dad was more ecstatic than he was. His dad's like, I'm so happy for the kid, and I got to see you guys in victory lane a few times, and that's what makes it cool, man. And it brings you've been one of my favorites for a long time, Dan, because you're a gasser. You remind me of my brother a lot. A lot of it's because you don't take no shit. Somebody roughs you up, you're going to rough them back. It doesn't matter if it's Matt Shepard, whoever. They're getting it. And it sometimes that gets the best of you. Sometimes you should just take a step back and but you know what? You wouldn't be Danny if you wasn't yourself, and I wouldn't expect any different. So, but no, I'm going to miss you guys. I'll probably see you somewhere along the way. I wish you a lot of luck. I hope that you win some races and do what you do. I hope that somebody buys New Egypt. I hope that they can get back to what they used to be, and we can start having some more fun down there.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a big bummer seeing it, in the situation that it's in. And I wish, some sort of agreement could be made just to keep it rolling. Cause man, once you let places sit, then it's like letting a race car sit. It's,
Oh yeah,
it's hard to get all that equipment back going. It costs twice as much on the next guy.
yep.
I understand it too. Us racers lose money just like the promoters and the track owners. It's a dying sport, but I think a lot of people, after like, especially like with COVID, when we all sat home, we're like, man, this sucks. Like when we can't
Right.
do what we love, we tend to miss it. So maybe
Right.
this will be a little bit of an eye opener for some people, to
Right.
be a little more understanding with stuff, like this weekend, man, like it sucks getting rained out, but this was like 100% the right call. I mean, I dig
Right.
in this dirt every day, and it is muddy. It's just, look, man, tracks are opening and they're making a go of it. That's good if
Right.
you can get a good surface, but man, the last thing you need is to be blowing motors up and tearing up cars
Right.
at this time
If
of
you had a
year.
warehouse with go-karts that were all equal, you'd make a fortune this weekend.
Yeah, it's
In there and let them get it out of their system. Fred said the same thing about a track just laying dormant. That's not good. But I'm kind of hoping that if it doesn't open at all this year, that somebody will come along, and then next year we'll get a wave of enthusiasm like Wall's getting now. I think Wall's going to be very popular this year. But not Dan.
It's the old absence will make the heart grow fonder.
Yeah,
I agree with
Hopefully,
that.
hopefully.
I think we all know what needs to be absent to make the heart grow fonder. So, and I'll leave it at that. So, but you guys are my friends. You've always been my friends. So, Dan, I appreciate you going to put our decals on your race car. Get them in victory lane, buddy.
As soon as we get them from Mike Senior,
all right,
I'm seeing him later today. I'm seeing him later today.
All
They'll
right,
be on
there
the
we go.
car.
I need another
All right.
door panel for my shop because I got the one side.
yeah, he wants another door panel for his shop.
We got the one hanging
We
up.
got those. We got plenty of those.
we got plenty of those. That's for
All right,
sure.
well, give one to your father, and we'll put it in Fred's shop, and we'll put one back here somewhere.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Perfect, yeah.
All right, I love you guys. Have a good night, and
Yep.
I appreciate
Take
you guys
care.
coming on.
Yep. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks,
See you guys.
brother. Appreciate it. Yep. Talk to you soon.
Real quick, I saw Danielle wrote earlier, Danielle Tramontana, prayers for Papa Clay. And
Yeah,
he's
and
on
Papa
here.
Clay's on here.
So, prayers to
Clay,
you. Drink
this
some
is for
drinks.
you, Clay.
All right.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure you'll talk to me later,
That's
and we'll be able to find out what's going on with you. I know Clay was battling some health issues, but you know what,
Yep.
Clay? The racing family's behind you 110%. You want to take a break, then we'll bring our next guy on?
Sure.
All right, we'll take a break, do a couple more commercials, and then we will have the sticker goat himself will be on here with us. So let's do this.
Bob Drayton Incorporated has been locally owned and operated since 1955. Their goal is to provide excellent customer service and quality rentals to every client. They have a large selection of rentals and solutions for every project or every event you have. You can count on their experienced team for fast and courteous service each time you call them. And they have a 24-hour emergency service, locally owned and operated since 1955. That's over 70 years, gang. Licensed and insured, free estimates available, 24-hour service, military and senior discounts, quality products, and an excellent customer service. Check them out, gang. They're located at 151 Big Hill Road, Southampton, New Jersey. Their phone number is 609-859-3629. And they race, that's right, New Egypt Speedway, Bridgeport Speedway. Bob and his son race the 4-cylinder class, and they sponsor the class at New Egypt Speedway. So when it hits the fan, he's your man, and whatever you eat, he's got your seat. They have a 1-800 number, and it's 1-800-521-2014. So whatever you need, give Mr. Bob a call, and he'll help you out. They are official sponsor of a Wide Open Wednesday right here on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. Mr. Bob, he's on the job, and you should be too. You got wheels to see better days. Don't replace them, revive them. That's right. Vibrant powder coating and wheel repair. Bent rims, scuffs, no problem. Vibrant makes them smooth and strong and stunning again. From the street to the strip, they'll make your ride shine like new custom colors, flawless finishes, and durable coatings that turn heads and handle heat. Give them a call today at 1-267-566-6842. They're located at 569 Unionville Avenue, Pendle, PA 19047. That's Vibrant Finish. For all you need in powder coating and wheel repair, they make your ride look sweet. So give them a call.
All right, we're going to bring this guy on here. And I said the same thing. I said there went the neighborhood when we brought Danny Buck and Michael Jr. on here. Well, the neighborhood's really going to go to hell now with this guy too. But I've known him ever since he was a real little guy. Let me see if I can find this other thing that I have for him. Hold on one second. He is the sticker goat. I needed some decals. I told him I needed some for some cars. Called him up. He said, come get them. And we're going to bring Bren Mara on here. So
how's it going?
What's going on, man? It's about time. You're like the damn president. You can never get a hold of
I'm
you.
sorry I missed last week. I had some stuff that came up, and
I'm delivering stuff, Uncle Nick. I can't get a hold. I can't get no time.
I'm putting out fires constantly. You might as well just call me the firefighter because of all the bull crap I've been fixing. You know, that's just how it's been going.
I hear you, brother. Well, if you're busy, you're making money, and you're doing what you need to be doing. Now,
maybe I'm doing it wrong because
I don't know. You got a lot of stickers you're selling, and the graphics business is going good. The motocross guys, race car guys, quarter midget guys. We've done that thing with the guy that done the car, the quarter midget with Jack Sweet's paint scheme. That was pretty cool.
Actually, I got one here now that I'm doing for Carl Taylor.
Okay.
Doing decals for him.
That kid has more pictures in victory lanes than modified winners. That kid.
Awesome.
He's in every victory lane picture with everybody.
Then he's in the wrong class.
But no, Carl's a good kid. I've watched Carl grow up, and he's a good racer. But yeah, Bren, it's pretty cool to have you on here. People that are listening. Bren's father is Paul Mara. His brother is Paul Mara Jr. Paul ran Street Stocks. Paul ran Sportsman, and Larry Klein won the 2004 Sportsman Championship for Paul Mara in the '93 at New Egypt Speedway, and that's the thing that we gave him for winning the championship. Your dad was a genius when it came to ignition and carburetors, and
he wouldn't even tell me his secrets. So
no, and I
remember
remember
I got in the stickers because I couldn't do the motors. He wouldn't even show me. He's like,
I remember coming to the shop where you have your sticker stuff now, and him saying, "All right, guys, you're gonna have to wait a half an hour. While I'll go somewhere and get a coffee because Mr. Pouch is in here, and he don't want nobody seeing what we're doing." So.
Really great guy,
Mr. Pouch.
Great
Yep.
guy.
So, but your dad, I gave him the nickname the Silver Fox, and when I came over to see you to get my decals, you showed me what you made for your dad, and that was pretty cool because it had the nickname that I gave him on it, and that kind of caught me in the feelings there with that. But yeah, your dad was a special guy. Him and my brother were pretty close, and your mom and my brother were pretty close because of the body shop and stuff. But how the hell did you get involved with this sticker goat shit?
I guess it just comes down to not being able to learn my dad's secrets. No, I'm just kidding. I was really interested in what he was doing, but ultimately, I was always like tinkering and fabbing stuff up in a shop and kind of just being a ornery kid that just, had my own mindset and just, I guess, I don't know. I'm a mix between my mom and my dad, and they're really different people. And
Yes.
so
Very different.
very different, but also like got along really well. And my mom's like, quick, like need to do this. And she does it right and she's thorough, but she's different. She's not like as calculated as my father was. So I would, tinker with stuff in the shop, and, I needed stickers made for these handlebars I was making for this scooter company I had started when I was like, I don't know, like 13 or 14. And the lady that was making them for me, actually out at Columbus Market, sorry to throw her under the bus, but they were always coming back like all messed up. And, this was like a couple of years go by, and my mom eventually was like, just make your own. And I'm like, I don't even know how to make my own stickers. Like, I'm not getting involved in that. Although I've always liked art, and I've always liked, drawing and designing. Not that I'm a crazy artist as far as drawing goes, but I've always done it. And to make a long story short, she ended up finding somebody with a vinyl printer and was like, you're going to make your own stickers. And, we took out a loan. I paid this loan every month, and I got started in this crazy business. Wanted to quit for years because I didn't have any mentors, or like, I didn't have anyone great to be there side by side to help me. So it was a lot of like ruining materials and things. So, after the years of like crying and wanting to quit and all the struggles that went with, which it's a different set of struggles now, but that's kind of where we started. And, this year is 15 years I've been doing AGX designs and Goat.
Now you do a lot of motocross stuff and race cars too, but you do a lot of motocross stuff, right?
I did do a lot of motocross stuff. Now I kind of took a step back from the motocross stuff, not because I don't like to do it, but because it's sort of a losing battle in like the make ends meet money world. Not that it couldn't, I mean, not that it can't be better, but I mean, ultimately it's like everything else. Everyone comes to you, they're, oh, well, I'm a 410 racer, or I'm A class, or I'm racing Pro-Am this year, or I'm this, or I'm that. And like, then you go out and you hook them up, they go out, they bang stuff up. They need this, they need that. At the end of the day, we're all here to make ends meet and pay our bills. So it's really difficult to sustain when you're a small business, and, you can only pay for so much. And that's one thing that I've really learned is, if I'm going to stay in this business, then at the end of the day, we have to make money.
Right.
So to say it nicely, like motocross doesn't pay the bills. I moved to commercial stuff, like vehicle wraps, museums, not even just one vehicle wrap, fleet wraps. Like, let's do fleets. Let's do there are times where there's 10 brand new cars that haven't even driven off the lot that are sitting outside of my shop.
Yep.
They come on a flatbed that have plastic on them that I'm wrapping, So that was the angle that I took. And, with the knowledge and the skills that I've learned over the years, that was the way that I've figured out, like, okay, I have to make the most out of this or it's not going to work.
Right. And
Now
like
I'm doing stickers.
race car people want $1 million job for $300. I've seen that because I know different guys that letter cars and stuff like that. So you're not going to make a whole lot of money lettering race cars either, Carl. So make sure you pay this man. Anyhow, but no, I
get it, and I might sound like cynical with it, but I understand the struggle as well, because I've been in those. I am in that spot in other aspects, and I'm like, hey, like, how can we work this out to you can help me out, I can help you out, or
Yep.
hey, I got pipes bursting in my shop. Like,
Right.
listen, I know that this is worth a lot of your materials and time. Is there anything you'd like to barter with? And although bartering doesn't work sometimes it really does, and people get a lot out of it. So
Right.
a lot of my accomplishments have been from a whole lot of people that have helped me over the years. I am not going to claim the fame to this situation that I'm in
Right.
because people didn't help me out. Because if I said that, I'd be a liar. I've been
Right.
helped out a lot of times, and I'm still being helped out. And there are people that I help out often. So it's a balance, and it's tough. And the people that need it, you try to give it, and the people that don't, hey, I hate to say it, listen, you could afford it. And some of those people are kind of some of the worst. But
Oh yeah, absolutely.
but at the end of the day, it's like you got to kind of weigh your options and read people and see how to make it work. And not that you screw anyone over, because you don't. You just you do the right thing all the time and do what you can.
Well, you've taken care of me. It didn't take but one phone call to you. I've known you since you could crawl, and yeah, I'm very proud of you. You've done a very good job, and you represent your family well. Your dad would be very proud. He should
Yeah,
be
I really
very proud.
appreciate it.
And Fred appreciates what you've done for us. And I've had several people. Who the hell
Hi,
is
Fred.
Sticker Coat? Who the hell is that guy? I said, you wouldn't believe who that guy is. And yeah, we're proud to have you as a sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday. We appreciate everything you've done for us. And finally, we got to have you on the show. So if there's anything you need Wide Open Wednesday to do for you, Bren, you just let us know.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I want to see racing continue, and I want to see. Although these sports have like waves of like tide goes out, tide comes in, of like popularity. I want to see like I want to see racing like stay successful and keep going. And it's really funny. I was and this is like kind of like off the subject, but I was watching this small clip the other night of this like secret wind tunnel in Pennsylvania. Do you know anything about this?
Right.
So Formula One, and I've never watched Formula One. I don't pay attention to it, but I know it's like, big money, they're on the edge of technology, but these guys, and this is just a shout out to the innovation that racers and the people that work on these cars like come up with. Like they bought somehow this wind tunnel, or not a wind tunnel. They bought a tunnel that used to be a road underneath a mountain in Pennsylvania, and turned this tunnel into basically a wind tunnel to test these F1 cars and every little bit of like how the body works and how the tires work. And from what I understand, it just had such an edge. And this has been like years of secrets, and these top F1 guys, and I can't remember his name because I'm so bad with names, but it reminded me of my father, like being in the shop and him coming up with ideas. And, one thing he would always say is, you got to read in between the lines of the rule book. And that always like,
Oh yeah.
like, I mean,
I tell me that all the time. Nice and slow, Nick. Nice and slow. Take it nice and slow. Read between the lines, and you'll get what I'm talking about. And I said, okay, Paul, I'll never get what you're talking about.
I can tell you right now, I was racing one year, and the rule book stated that you couldn't have a hand clutch for racing. So, everyone who was racing had here I go saying it, whatever, I don't care. Couldn't have a hand clutch racing. So everyone had auto clutches, which means it'll idle in gear. The rule book stated no hand clutch. My dad, and for those of you that don't know, I raced ATV motocross nationally. So in this class, my dad rerouted the hand clutch to the back brake. Now, when you use
Sounds
the
like
back
a
brake,
Fred Fletcher deal.
when you use the back brake, you pull in the clutch anyway, so the bike doesn't stall. So the only time that I would have to use this was on the starting gate. So I basically had a regular clutch, but not on my handlebars. It was routed to my back brake.
Nice.
I still had a back brake, but when I would click the brakes in the air to drop the nose, we had a that's where the clutch was. And it took about half a season before they, came pointing at us going, you're right. It's not illegal, but it's illegal next race. And come to find out, our competition, which was Hondas, we were racing 2-stroke Cobras against 4-stroke Hondas. The Hondas have 2 clutches, and they were taking the auto clutch out. So they considered it direct drive. So you'd nail it in gear and it would stall if you tried to, not be on it.
Right.
So it was very similar. So it was very interesting how these racers just read in between the lines and just really, really, I just think that so much innovation comes from racing. And I just want to keep it, and wrapping back around, I just want to keep all of racing alive any way that I can, because I grew up at the track. I mean, my mom left the track to go have me at the hospital, which I'm surprised I wasn't born at the track, but I don't know. I'm sure I was there the following weekend. I guarantee it. I'm almost positive I was.
We appreciate you coming on.
Yep,
Take care of Carl, because he's probably got his fingernails down to the first knuckle.
Yeah.
Bren, I'll be in touch with you, and we'll have you on here again, brother. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Take care.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you. Bren Maher, man. And got to have him on here again. He's got some stories. That's pretty cool. Now we got our other guy waiting in the wings, but we're going to finish our commercials here, get them out of the way, and then we'll come back with the voice of Maple Grove. What are we missing?
Let's talk about one of our proud sponsors, and that's Five Peaks Media, brought to you by Craig McGill, 668 Woodburn Road, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Suite 201, the same suite that Wide Open Wednesday is in, and their phone number 609-577-7996. Craig McGill, we call him Magic because he creates the magic behind the Wednesday. Whatever you need, whether it's for social media, your business, anything you need. He's been with CBS, the NFL. He's done it all. He's a master at his trade, and he can definitely get the job done if you need anything done in social media. Why is having a director important? Greg will tell you why, because he does his best work behind the lens. Do you want your message out there to the world? You got to go with Five Peaks Media. That's right. Get a hold of Craig McGill. Come on over and see us. This is why we do what we do, because we have magic. Up next, we have Fletcher's Garage. That's right, the main sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, and they are located at 480 Hood Boulevard in Fairless Hills. Their phone number is 215-295-4931, and their motto is, if they can't fix it, it's broke. It's home of America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher, and he also does Need for Speed on WBCB on Thursday mornings. So keep an eye out for Mr. Fletcher, America's mechanic. Also, we have Reliable Consulting, Sales, Training, and Marketing, brought to you by Chris Bennett. His phone number is 215-206-9053. We thank all our sponsors for participating on Wide Open Wednesday. Race teams, listen up. If you want your media dialed in this season, you need to call Amanda's Content Creations at 856-418-4709. Amanda handles everything. Weekly updates, sponsorship proposals, race day posts, highlight videos, schedules, everything you need to put your race team right where it needs to be. Whatever you need to keep your team looking sharp, connected with your fans and everybody else. Amanda has you covered. She works with the drivers all over and delivers top quality content every time. So if your race team needs media done right, get in touch with Amanda's Content Creations. That's right, Amanda Tinnis. The number's 856-418-4709.
All right, now we are back, and Bear is watching. He came in late, so Bear, Thank you for this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Awesome deal. Bear made us phone holders, race seat phone holders. So we are using them.
Oh, and Barrett, since you were late,
Yeah, you were late, Bear. Look,
a
I
flying
got
pig.
a chrome flying pig.
The Flying Pig Award for Nick.
Yep. From Dog and Donna. So kiss my ass. All of it. So nobody's got a chrome flying pig but me. Earl's over there laughing. So
I don't
anyway,
even think the Flying Pig has a chrome.
I
flying
don't
pig.
think they have a chrome one, Earl. They'll probably think I would steal that if I came in there. All right, we're going to do this real quick. Let's get his banner up, and then we got to do this real quick. Where's he at here?
And when we bring Earl back, I need to talk.
Yeah, and we got to bring Earl back after this segment, but we got to bring this up here for my man. Billy Kleinster decided he wanted to do this, so we brought Billy in here, and Billy's going to do This Week in Motorsports with Maple Grove Billy. So we're going to bring Billy in. Last week he had some real stuff from way back. Billy, what's going on, my man?
Hi guys, how are you? I'm happy to say my alien friends are back, and we currently are about ready to have a thunderstorm over at my place. So if you guys have ever seen the movie Twister, you might be seeing me making a sneak preview in the reboot if they ever decide to do a third one.
You may end up built down here.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bill, first of all things good, throat's clear, everything's good, right? You're not going to choke out on us, are you?
Oh yeah,
Scared
absolutely.
the hell out of us last week.
For those of you that were here last week, I do apologize about that. Yours truly decided to branch out into a new horizon and decided to do opera singing. And I officially found out that I am not a good opera singer. So we found out that I cannot be a reporter, I can't read a teleprompter, and I can't be an opera singer. So they're saying there's things come in threes, so I guess I hit my 3 stride.
You do what you do just fine there, Bill.
That's
So
right,
you
Bill. All right, Bill, now tell us what we got for this segment of This Week in Motorsports.
Well, this week is actually a really big week in motorsports. Today, back in 2001, for those of you that are NASCAR fans, it was a really emotional day back in 2001. Kevin Harvick, who took over for the late great Dale Earnhardt after his unfortunate passing at the Daytona 500, scored in an emotional win, his first Winston Cup win at Atlanta in that close photo finish with Jeff Gordon at Atlanta. Also on this day in 1979, Gordon Johncock, two-time Indy 500 winner, scored the first ever IndyCar win under the CART sanction. Remember, those of you that are familiar with the IndyCar split might remember it from 1996 when it split between CART and the IOL. Well, this first split actually happened in 1979, and that was between CART and USAC. So Gordon Johncock won the first race for the CART sanction in Phoenix. And then tomorrow will be 26 years that Dale Earnhardt scored in an exciting photo finish win over Bobby Labonte at Atlanta as well. We also have a couple important birthdays coming up this week. Today, March 11th, Troy Ruttman, the youngest Indy 500 winner, he celebrates a birthday today, as well as Dale Daly. As you know, he's a great commentator as well as a great racer and a great ambassador for racing. Tomorrow, we also have another special birthday, Cannonball Baker. For those of you that don't know who he is, he's a famous motorcycle racer. And if you ever heard of the famed Cannonball Run, that was that famous race from New York to LA. That's what it's named after. So Cannonball Baker, the late great Cannonball Baker, was born tomorrow on the 12th. Also, racing pioneer Bill Simpson, he celebrates a birthday on the 14th. And then on the 9th, Danny Sullivan. Those of you that know Danny Sullivan know him for the spin and win at the 85 Indy 500. He celebrated a birthday on March 9th. And that is your This Week in Motorsports edition.
Well, thank you, Billy. We appreciate that. What's going on at the Grove this weekend? Nothing because it's raining?
Well, this weekend, actually, we do have something going on. If you guys are into swamp meets or flea markets, this Saturday is our spring flea market. We do 3 of them a year. Usually the spring one is usually the biggest one around, as well as our fall one and our summer one. So this weekend, come on out. We have all of our information available on our website and our social media pages, and we look forward to seeing everyone there. I know I'll be there bright and early at 5:45, waving and welcoming everybody into the track with a smile on my face. And I always try to make sure that we have the best guest experience at Maple Grove Raceway. As you know, we are guest-driven, so our guests are really important. We care about everybody that comes through the gate, and we look forward to seeing everybody this Saturday.
All right, Billy. Get us some new stuff for next week. We appreciate you doing This Week in in history.
I like this.
Pretty neat deal. I like it too. He knows more of it than I do. He's over going, oh yeah, I remember that. I'm like, what the hell? I don't remember none of this stuff.
I like it.
Billy, I like it because you're a good historian. I'm sure Earl's over there shaking his head too because he remembers a lot of that stuff too. Billy, we appreciate everything you do for us here on Wide Open Wednesday. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you next week, guys. And also, if there's any opera singers out there that are looking to sign a contract, no, I am not signing a record contract to being an opera singer.
All right.
All right, Billy, be good.
All right, Bill.
All right. Now we will bring back the legend, Earl Krause. Fred's got a couple things he wants to talk about. Tomorrow, we have America's Mechanic, Fred Fletcher.
At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock, 9 to 9:30. 9:30 to 10 is Need for Speed. Now, if you're listening, we don't want to break anybody's heart, but this may be the last time that you hear the America's Mechanic on WBCB, and it may be the last time for Need for Speed. Fred's going to talk to them when he goes over there. The format has changed at WBCB, and it has not changed for the good. Okay. I usually listen to it when I go in to drive the dump truck in the morning. Jim Foxwell, of course, is not there anymore. Steve is not there, who was our engineer. And corporate has taken over, I guess, Fred, right? And it's just
Well, since you took my thunder.
I'm sorry. It's hard to listen to, but go ahead, Fred.
Yeah. Tomorrow. So Earl, call in tomorrow.
Will do.
Be
Okay.
on. And it may well be that you had the private equity firm, which is big corporate, take over WBCB. They bought it a couple of years ago from Merrill Reese and Pat Dion, and they've been working as it's been for all these years since 1957. They started, and all of a sudden they decided that okay, we're going to make this a national news station. So they took away a lot of the local stuff, which WBCB is famous for. A lot of us remember when WBUD over in Trenton, because that's where I'm from. I actually used to live next to WBUD. It was in the woods behind me when they changed. But what I'm feeling is a lot of the listeners and what I'm hearing from a lot of my customers, a lot of my listeners that love the show, they are heartbroken that WBCB changed the format because Jim Foxwell used to lead them in with the Radio Ranch, and then we'd step right into whatever we were doing. And it's all different now. Jim's not there. We're going to do the show tomorrow with Matt Miro, who's the program director, who's been trying to save it for a while, but the powers that be are calling the shots. And I'm looking at it as I'd love to keep doing the show, but being WBCB is not going to be what it has been for the last 60, 70 years. People are tuning out. What I've been hearing my customers and my listeners telling me, they've been calling me and they're like, yeah, we're not listening anymore. So
I mean,
I'm not going to spend a lot of money advertising because I spend a lot of money. I don't have really any sponsors. I'm the only sponsor on that. So I've been carrying it I've been doing it for 22 years with them. So it breaks my heart because I love being part of WBCB. I love being part of the community. They've introduced me to a lot of the people in the community. I've got involved with the Relay for Life, the American Cancer Society Relay for Life.
Hot Rod Santa.
Hot Rod Santa, which, going through with the Toys for Tots. It's actually helped me build my business over the last 22 years that I've been doing with them. I probably wouldn't be there without them. So I kind of feel like I'm not going to say that they turn their back on me, but it's their business. It's not mine. So I'm going to take it as my business that I'm going to restructure what we're doing. So what Nick and I have been talking about is doing the America's Mechanic with Craig as soon as he gets done with March Madness, because he's up at CBS right now doing March Madness. We're going to do something here. The America's Mechanic and the Need for Speed, which we're going to probably keep it as Wide Open Wednesday. We may call it Thursday Night Thunder, Thursday Morning Thunder, whatever we do. We're going to do it here. We're going to do it on Facebook Live, and we're going to do it on YouTube. Spotify. We opened up an account with Spotify, so you can catch us on Spotify. So really nothing's going to change but the way that we're doing it. A lot of people always said, and even myself when I first signed on with WBCB, because I used to advertise on WPST, which is a huge station coming out of Trenton and Princeton, and I got nothing from it, and it cost me a whole lot more money than WPCB.
I mean, all the guys I work with at the
Yeah.
landfill, they used to listen to it every morning, and now
But
they
like-
have nothing to listen to.
Yeah, like with WPST, it was this big of an area, but I'm not going to get people from Monmouth County coming over to me for an oil change. WBCB was concentrated in Mercer, Bucks, Burlington, and it was great. It's like shooting, there's a shotgun blast. It's not as effective as a rifle blast. So you don't get that same kill shot. So I did it and it worked out perfect since 2004. I've been with WBCB. And but tomorrow's probably going to be our last show. Nick's going to be our guest on there because he's not working tomorrow. So he's going to come in. It's really going to break my heart, but I think we're
Very emotional.
Yeah, we're going to turn a corner and maybe even make it better.
I mean, we turned
we're
the corner.
committed.
We turned the corner when we did Wide Open Wednesday, and when we started this Wide Open Wednesday thing. Fred asked me to come on and do it with him. Fred took all the money out of his pocket. I sit next to this guy, and I'm amazed at the stuff that he does for other people, and he sacrifices himself to do the things that he does for other people. He fronted everything for Wide Open Wednesday when we were on WBCB. And I said, Fred, we can do that somewhere else and get a whole wider audience and for less the cost. And he didn't want to do it. He wanted to stay at WBCB. They have no idea how dedicated he was to that radio station.
They
have no
actually
idea.
wanted to keep a couple of the morning shows, which is they told me was the highest rated shows on WBCB. And there was another show with Mike Vankovich, who does trading and antiques. They wanted to keep us. I don't know what Mike's going to do. But to me, if people are tuning out, the community listeners are tuning out because of the corporate firms. Why should I stick with the community? I'm going to follow the community and leave the private equity firm and let them deal what they got to deal with in the national news. So, but yeah, listen in tomorrow. We'll be on there. We'll see if we can blow it up one more time. And then also another announcement I just got while we were on air here is I'm going to go down to James Brown's house again, and they're having an open house down there. They're opening,
Hit me.
Yep, they're opening up his house to for now on. It's going to be a museum, entertainment center, and I'm going to go down there and represent all the cars that we've been working on for the last few years. So I'm going to fly down to Georgia, and we're going to have a really good time down there. So keep an eye on that. So I'll have some updates here. I'll have updates on my Wide Open Wednesday, on our Wide Open Wednesday,
Yep.
and everything else. And Earl, can we do lunch tomorrow at the Flying Pig?
Oh my goodness.
I won't be able to do dinner. I won't be able to do dinner tomorrow night.
No, actually, we have a lunch date set up with our grandson tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll do lunch, would you?
So then we'll do lunch. Then we'll do something next week.
Yeah,
Hey,
actually,
Joe Adams, kiss it. Look at this, Joe. It's a chrome flying pig.
It's the Flying Pig Award.
It's the flying pig award I got tonight from Dog and Donna. So guess what, Joe? You can kiss it. Bear, check this out. It is chrome. It is nice. Well, Earl, I'll make sure I eat something in memory of you tomorrow at lunchtime.
that'd be great.
Yeah, and then we'll get together next week because as soon
Well,
as Greg gets
actually, no, because we'll be on
You're on
vacation
vacation.
for the
You're
next
on
2
vacation.
weeks.
Right.
all right, when you
Yes,
get back from vacation, Craig will be
yes.
done with March Madness. or
March
whatever.
Madness.
Right.
And we'll get together because we really do want to get the next time capsule up and
Yeah.
running.
Once April gets going, we can get back to that and
There we go.
Wide Open
Oh.
Wednesday. And that's great to know that you're going to continue the Need
It's
for
not
Speed
nice, Joe.
in a different venue because that's a great show. And it's
Yeah.
a nice way to recap racing as well, just like we do on Wide Open Wednesday. The doing it on Thursday is good too because we catch some different news, kind of review what we did on Wednesday night. So yeah, keep it going. Absolutely, we have a loyal group of listeners, including Joe
Yeah.
from Mayberry. Joe's a lesson.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wanted to say, Joe. I just saw him on here earlier. Joe
Yep.
from Mayberry listens to Wide Open
That's right.
Thursday radio show. So,
Bear said, count them in. Bear, you coming down for lunch? We're going to
Yeah,
have
come on
lunch
in.
tomorrow.
That's
Yeah,
good.
There
come
you
on down. You're all welcome. Except for Joe Adams. He ain't going to be able to get out of prison that early. So, but no, it's without you guys that participate here and do what we do, we wouldn't be able to have the fun that we're having. The racing season is going to start. It's going to be a lot of fun. Earl, we can't wait. We can't wait.
Oh,
to
absolutely. It's going to be
can't wait
great.
for that to start. And Joe Adams always got to get his dig in. And Joe, you're lucky I love you, Joe, because if I take a ride down the turnpike, there's going to be trouble. That's for you, Joe. But no, we want to thank all our
Yes,
sponsors,
thank you.
all the people that were in here tonight. Tomorrow will be kind of bittersweet. I never wished for a rain out in my life, but I'm kind of glad that I'll be able to go over there and be with Fred tomorrow. But yeah, at the beginning of the show, Fred got a new dog. The
Yeah,
dog is
amazing.
cool. Makes Fred
She's the
very
best.
happy.
She is the best.
She is the best, and she was giving out purchase orders today and doing all kind of cool stuff.
Trust me, we didn't even train her. My guy Rob came in, my mechanic, and he had a repair order in the binder, and he said, "Here, give this to Kelly." Dakota grabbed it and walked it over to Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, pretty cool.
I mean, Kelly had to pull it from her a little bit, but yeah, I mean, she walked it over to Kelly. So that is, to me, the best dog. We're gonna have so much fun.
Oh yeah, we're going to bring her, possibly bring her here next
Next
week.
week.
Sit her in the middle of us. We may have
I
to
didn't
bring
bring her
Nancy.
this week because we just adopted her Saturday, and she's been in like 5 different places in the last 3 weeks, and she was actually crashed out and sick for a couple of days.
Yeah,
So I took her to the vet yesterday, and she perked up, and she's herself today. So I'll bring her next week. We'll have her sitting right here on the
yeah,
couch.
we'll have a good old time with her. But Earl, appreciate everything you do for us.
Absolutely.
Joe and Bear, thanks for the presents, Bear. We appreciate the shirts are cool.
Mhm.
Fred got me all tuned in here. I was fighting a little bit of a cold, but
Yeah,
that's
I was
gone
gonna, I
now.
was going to have a Manhattan making the cereal, but
Well, we
it
can
was
do that
going
now. We got time.
I was going too fast. I'm hungry.
All right, guys, he's hungry. He wants to eat. So thanks for everything you guys do for us. This is what makes this show worth doing. So race
Yeah, see
season's
you guys
coming.
in the morning.
It's warm now, Earl, but it's going to get cold, and then
Yes,
it's going
it
to get
is.
warm again. So, and we got a job up in Asbury Park, girl. So I may have to take a detour and go to Wall Stadium.
Oh, check out the new sign. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll
I've
take a
seen it.
picture of my dump truck in front of the new sign, Earl.
Oh,
How's
there you
that?
go. Perfect.
That would
Okay.
be cool. All right, guys, be good. Thanks,
All right.
Earl.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
buddy. We'll talk
Pleasure.
to you later. Joe and Bear, all I can say is kiss the pig, Joe. All right, we'll talk to you later. Be good, guys. We're out.